Hey guys, welcome back to For the Ball. Now today I got a lot of different news. Obviously the transfer market is closed now, so we don't have any news about people changing teams, but we do have a different type of information, so let's get into it. Now today Mbappé was presented officially by PSG, and in his presentation I think that we got to know what type of player Mbappé might be in the future, just his attitude towards the game and to his teammates. Now obviously it was the typical that he's happy to join PSG, but one of the things that he did say is that going back to Paris played a big factor on him going to PSG. Now another thing that people were waiting on is how he's going to speak about Neymar, because a couple of days ago he got asked, did Neymar transfer play any role on you coming to PSG, and he actually straight up said no. So people were interested to see how he's going to speak about Neymar this time, and I think that he was pretty clear about how he feels about Neymar. He said that he's obviously happy to play with a player of that level, but then the next thing he said was pretty interesting. He said that, but PSG is not only Neymar, PSG is a project, and I think that that is really interesting for him to say that. Now, do I think that there's going to be a problem between Mbappé and Neymar? I really don't think so, but if you ask me, do I think that they're going to be best friends? I also doubt that as well. If you guys compare this to when Neymar joined Messi in Barcelona, it was a totally different, I would say, mentalities that Mbappé and Neymar had. I mean, Neymar went into Barcelona saying that Messi is the best player in the world and that he's going to try to help Messi as much as he can. But Mbappé, on the other hand, he has openly said that obviously Neymar is a great player, but he cares more about the team. And I also believe that Mbappé thinks that he's going to be a better player than Neymar in the future. So it'll be interesting to see how Mbappé and Neymar get along. Now moving on to another news, we gotta talk about Coutinho. So it seems to be that the drama doesn't stop even though the transfer market is closed. So obviously Coutinho is frustrated by the fact that he did not get transferred to Barcelona. He really wanted that move to happen. And now it seems to be that Coutinho has another idea how to force his exit out of Liverpool. Obviously Coutinho has to wait for the transfer window to be open in order to get transferred to Barcelona. Now, a superstar like Coutinho is a bit difficult to get transferred in the winter because obviously at that point most of the competitions have started already, and that includes the Champions League and the European League, and that is obviously a big negative. So what he's going to try to do is not to play with Liverpool in the group stage of the Champions League, so that if he gets transferred to Barcelona in the winter, he'll be able to play with Barcelona in the Champions League. Coutinho knows that if he plays with Liverpool in the Champions League, that is going to push his transfer from the winter to the summer of 2018. Because Barcelona is not going to get a player in the winter that is not going to be able to help them in the Champions League. Now, if this does happen, I think that Coutinho will be in the wrong. I mean, you did sign a contract with Liverpool, and you are a Liverpool player, so you should not be against playing with Liverpool. I feel like, again, when players sign a contract, no one's putting a gun in their heads to sign the contract. So I just feel like that would be a really bad way to handle his transfer. Now let's move on to another news, and we gotta talk about Barcelona. And obviously when we talk about Barcelona, we always gotta talk about the president, Bartomeu. Now he actually gave two interviews to two news outlets of Barcelona, Sport and El Mundo Deportivo. There he said a lot of different things, and he tried to defend the way that Barcelona handled the transfer market this summer. One of the things that he said is that Barcelona has a better team than last year, which I totally disagree. I mean, you basically lost Neymar, you replaced him with Dembele. That does not make your team better. And then he said that Barcelona has a better team than Real Madrid, which I also disagree. I mean, if you go by the starting 11, they're kind of close, but when you talk about the bench, it's not even close. I mean, Barcelona has really a really bad bench, when Real Madrid has pretty young players and a lot of talent coming out of the bench. He also talked about Neymar and his dad. He actually said that one of the biggest errors that they committed this summer was that they put too much trust on Neymar and his dad, which actually Neymar responded on Instagram. There was a Brazilian outlet that put the statement of Bartomeu on Instagram, and Neymar responded to that. He actually said, this president is a joke, and he put the laughing emoji. So I would say that Bartomeu and Neymar are definitely not friends anymore. Now let's get into the last news of today, and that is actually that Jorge Mendes, which is actually a famous representative for a lot of players in Europe. Probably his biggest star is obviously Cristiano Ronaldo. He has actually been called by the judge to declare in the case of Cristiano Ronaldo for tax evasions. Now Jorge Mendes is not the only person that has been called up to declare in the case. Other Cristiano Ronaldo advisors have also been called up to declare, but because Jorge Mendes is probably the most famous out of all of them, the newspapers are using his name to sell the news. Also, back on July 31st, when Cristiano Ronaldo declared in front of the judge, he said that Jorge Mendes did not have anything to do with his finance, that he had other advisors that handled his money, and that if there were any problems with his finance, they would have been the ones responsible and not Jorge Mendes. So Jorge Mendes and other Cristiano Ronaldo advisors are caught up to declare on October 19, and then we probably will know more about the Cristiano Ronaldo case. So yeah guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel. I hope you guys have a great day guys. Take care guys. Peace.